in today's video, we'll be looking at creepy and strange TikToks that will make you question reality. Sun doesn't curve, it moves away horizontally.
Ok, adelante con la evidencia.
Flat Earth, yep. Flat Earth, yep. Flat Earth, yep. I'd like to welcome y'all to Flat Earth, yep.
Creo que esto necesitará la ayuda de Superman. Para que tu experimento funcione.
I'm sorry, that's the only word I understood. Superman.
Requieres que esté el horizonte así. Es decir, tú estarías visto desde abajo. Pero ¿qué pasa si ponemos a Superman aquí, que es donde normalmente estarías puesto tú? De esta forma tú estás diciendo que la curvatura ya te está tapando el horizonte. Vamos a ver. Desde la perspectiva de Superman, se va haciendo más pequeño y no desaparece. Y no desaparece. Ahora recordemos que el sol está más arriba y se vería algo así. No te das cuenta, pero tu mismo experimento está confirmando que hay una curvatura. Ciencia.
Flat Earth. Peep the beam. And the glare. Okay, now that's crazy.
That's crazy.
They beaming something. Look at that. Straight up frying stuff.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Real or fake? Is NASA preparing for an EMP strike? Check this out.
Probably.
Why does NASA have all these old school cars?
Oh, no.
My thoughts are they're cars without computers in them. All from the 1970s. They're preparing for an EMP blast.
Oh, no. Hey, yo, I'm about to go grab me a 72 Chevelle this weekend. For real, I can't go. Because all the cars got computers in them nowadays. Like, all of them. It don't got to be no electric Tesla or something for it to have a computer in it. All these mothers got computers in them, man. And it's like the movie War of the Worlds, you know? They hit that EMP strike and no one can drive anymore except for the one person who knows a little bit about messing with underneath the hood of a car.
So this is actually real and fake. These cars are actually real. They are part of the movie set for the new movie coming out called Project Artemis, featuring Scarlett Johansson and Channing Tatum, Woody Harrelson as well. Another thing to note, this movie is taking place in the 1960s, which is why these cars are from that time period. So that's what this is. That's why these cars are there. If you don't believe me, check this clip out.
You're not out here to get any space started. Look at all this vintage iron for being used for the movie. Project Artemis. This is pretty cool. I haven't seen this many old cars in a very long time.
So that's why there were so many vintage cars at NASA. So sometimes everything isn't always a conspiracy. but sometimes it is. See you next time.
Take you down a trip down memory lane real quick with the cars.
Perfect here, there's nobody.
So hold on. We got 2020, right? Leap year, Niners versus Chiefs, Trump versus Biden, Groundhog didn't see his shadow, and we got the big C. Here we are in 2024, another leap year, 49ers versus Chiefs again, Trump versus Biden again, Groundhog didn't see his shadow again. What's going to happen? I ain't ready for whatever that is, man, because when 2020 was just a messed up year, it was trash. I don't want 2024 to be the same thing. If that's what we're doing, if we're repeating everything, this is whack.
I got a bad feeling about you.
Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about 2024.
People think I'm smart because I speak in a robot voice.
Stephen Hawking.
I fuck my nerves with my ever-expanding cock.
What? Yo. They just told the truth right there. Cause didn't he just show up on them planes on the list? The famous list, wasn't he on there? That's crazy, man.
The people are walking around on something that's absolutely remarkable. I mean, look at that. This is Buffalo, New York, 1901.
1901.
You know, just stunning architecture. And this all has a frequency. You know, we've talked a lot about this with frequency, resonance, fractals, all of these materials, you know, all the copper that was used. Every statue on top of these buildings had copper. Every angel on top of these buildings had copper. You know, and then you start to wonder, well, copper is only 1% of the soil. Where were they getting it all from? So Buffalo, New York, look at that fountain right there, you know, right in the middle. Just, you know, keeping the water intact. And then this is New York, Buffalo, New York, 1901. You know, this was the sustainable buildings that people were, you know, temporarily building. That's what they were telling us.
Temporarily building, y'all. Who would do that? Who in their right mind would build these grand buildings, right? With all of this nice material. It just looks so nice, right? Just to tear it down. It was just for show. We just built it for a little bit to show you guys that, oh, we were the ones that built all of this, even though they didn't build none of it.
You got right there. There's more water. And see how the society who was building these, because I don't believe that, you know, they were horse and wagon time at that time, but the society who was building this, look at how much they cherished water. I mean, there's so much water and fountains and all of this. And then you go to the next one, which you have a Coliseum in Buffalo, New York. You know,
Wow.
picture I don't think many people have seen, which is interesting. You know, do you have this, and that can be energy.
Is this the World's Fair?
This is the World's Fair,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
This is the picture.
They got a whole Coliseum at the World's Fair. Just for show. Just to tear it down. That's wild, y'all.
Sure, and then let me
The old world is not what we thought it was.
What scientists just discovered at the Grand Canyon terrifies the whole world. This isn't some conspiracy theory or tall tale, but a bone-chilling truth that will make your blood run cold. So get ready for an earth-shattering revelation that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about this icon.
Bro, they ain't even show me nothing.
Y'all to start making the connections, baby. It's not a coincidence that you keep seeing people right here on this For You page telling you that they have applied to literally thousands of jobs and can't seem to secure one, even though that their internet is trying to tell you that the job market is the best that it has been in years.
In my
It's
life,
not
that's
a
a lie.
coincidence that at the same time you know of people and are seeing people on this here internet tell you that in addition to the fact that they are struggling to eat, they're struggling to feed their families. It's not a coincidence that at that same time, homelessness is being criminalized in ways and at rates that we've never seen before. It's not a coincidence that literally most people in this country are living paycheck to paycheck. The group that can fix all of that benefits from this, baby. Make the connections. Because the most effective way we could ever protest is to stop working, which would allow us to stop feeding a machine. But as it stands, we can't do that. Because when you live paycheck to paycheck and you work for little to nothing, missing any amount of that work changes the amount of that paycheck. And if your paycheck is suddenly not allowed to assist you in securing food and housing, you can suddenly find yourself unhoused. And as previously mentioned, that's criminalized. And if we make you a criminal, you belong to the state, where you will be required to work for nothing. And we won't have to worry about you protesting anyway. Make the connection, baby. It seems like everyone is coincidentally unstable at the same time because it's an intentional destabilization.
You want to know what it's like to act?
They got us in a tough spot, y'all. We down bad for real. The whole system is just set up for us to keep working and it's messed up, you know? Like she said, can't even protest if we wanted to. Cause they just gonna make us work for free. The system messed up.
Accidentally find a whole bunch of hidden CIA front companies. Actually uncovered a girl squad of all female CIA associates and operatives that are running a bunch of businesses in plain sight. This one is super fun. And I am pretty confident it's gonna mysteriously disappear off of TikTok real quick. So let's just be clear. This is just for entertainment purposes only. We're just having a little doodle through the Google. So I'll walk you through my research process and we'll have a little mystery game while we're at it. See, I was researching the board of directors of one of the most well-known companies in the whole stock market. You would all know what company it is. I'll tell you at the end, see if you can guess right. And I was just laying out what other boards and companies they serve with, and I noticed this woman who worked for the CIA for more than 20 years in the Office of the President, the Department of the Treasury. Her name is S. Leslie Ireland. This is her bio on this company's website. She worked for the CIA from 1985 until 2005, it looks like. But as I was snooping into her, I noticed that there are some things she's involved with that aren't mentioned on that other more prominent website talking about her board position. When I looked her up on Market Screener, it turns out that she's also a director and board member of Night Swan Acquisition Corporation, which strangely, when I went to their website, it was not secure and I couldn't get to it, which only got weirder when I found their IPO proposal on the SEC's website that describes what their business is and why they're going to go public. Sorry, these documents are really small text. I'll read it to you. So Night Swan is innovation in cyber, cloud, and mission intelligence, a field focused on the collection, analysis, and delivery of foreign intelligence and counterintelligence information for the purposes of improving decision making. So this is a cybersecurity and national intelligence company whose website is apparently not secure and can't be accessed. But as I read on, I started to realize what I had just found. Meet the Girl Squad. Brandy, Teresa, Anne, Marilyn, Leslie, Dawn, Laura. The CEO, Ms. Daly, is the founder and CEO of C2S Consulting Group. I looked them up and their site also couldn't be reached. So I dug a little deeper and it turns out that they were acquired or merged with SMX Hollywood. So I went and found SMX's website and I found their board of directors. Figured I'd see who they are, clicked on the chair of their board, and it took me just to Joe's LinkedIn profile, which doesn't tell me anything, except that he went to the Wharton School, which if you know, you know, and something about Oceanside Partners. So quick side quest into Oceanside Partners, who is led by Joe Benavides. And in his bio, they specify that Joe holds a top secret government security clearance. Weird. It's an interesting thing to say on an investment company's website. But it turns out the other co-founder, Ted Coons, also holds a top secret government clearance and also went to the Wharton School. Oh wait, and the other co-founder, Jeff Kelly, also holds a top secret government clearance. So I think we can all make some guesses about what Ocean Sound Partners is doing with their money. But anyways, side quest. Back to Night Swan, founded by Brandy Daly. Now let's meet the rest of their team. Teresa. Her career has been in tech her whole life, Microsoft and Amazon Web Services. Specifically, she oversaw the deal for Amazon to provide cloud services to the CIA. She's also on the board of this Commure company that's all about big data in healthcare and joining together many data sets to make healthcare all sketchy. I mean, I'm sure for the greater good, obviously. Next, we'll meet Anne, who spent her whole career working at IBM, and they're developing their multi-billion-dollar business with the federal government clients in the United States. Not sure exactly which federal branches she was working with at IBM. You can make some guesses about who needed IBM's help the most. Next on the list was Leslie, who we already met. She started this whole hubbubaloo. She's the card-carrying CIA agent of the bunch. In the Night Swan SEC documents, it says she joined the Treasury after 25 years at the CIA. She spent more than 31 years in the intelligence community, highlighted in red there. Then in orange here, from 2008 to 2010, Miss Ireland served as the daily intelligence briefer for President Obama. Next up, Dawn, also a card-carrying member of the CIA. She is the former deputy director of CIA for Science and Technology, in charge of orchestrating multi-billion-dollar programs focusing on national security objectives by coordinating all the different companies and operations and programs and policies. Prior to the CIA, she was the Deputy Director of National Intelligence for Acquisitions, Technology, and Facilities. She worked for nearly 10 years at the Defense Information Systems Agency. But then I was snooping on this other important government commission about national security that she's on right here. That bio says that she's also a member of the corporate board of the NSA. Dawn has had a busy life.
Straight up.
In the end, what's really confusing here is that it seems like Night Swan, which was meant to be like an acquisitions private equity company that would like acquire tech companies and intelligence companies and like basically bring them into the fold of the intelligence community and then make a bunch of money with it. It seems like they wanted to make their company public in like the year 2020-ish, and then they did, and that's where we got that SEC document. And then they never acquired anyone as far as I can tell. And then they're spinning their company down is what it looks like in 2023. Like, did they fail? Is the girl squad breaking up? Or are they just evolving? That's all on the next episode of Lady Spies. I'm just playing. This is just a fun rabbit hole, and I hope it illustrates how the intelligence community works. I mean, if you think about it, the mandate of the CIA from its founding at the end of World War II is to control the world. Their mandate is to get ahead of threats around the globe and to create a global environment that is secure for American interests. They do this through finance, they do this through information, they do this through subterfuge and sabotage and surveillance. But you don't stop global threats by responding once the threats happen. They learned early on that that's not how you do it. You get ahead of threats by controlling the marketplaces, by controlling the information spaces, by controlling things. And you do that mostly through companies and partnerships and operatives, and a lot of it is through people that aren't actually CIA operatives, because from the very beginning, the whole point of the CIA has been plausible deniability. A lot of their operations need to not trace back to the government if they are found out. That is the oldest trick in the books, like all the way back to Vietnam and even Korea. But every now and then, you find someone who actually was an operative of the CIA, and you can follow the trail and find other businesses that look like they're involved in the intelligence community in other ways. And if you find the people that certain people in the intelligence community are partnering with, you'll find other people that are in the intelligence community that are other partnerships. It's just a big spider web. So now, back to our original inquiry. Have you guessed what company Ireland is sitting on the board of? What company do you think this is a board of directors of? Final answers? That is the board of Citigroup. See, I spent all day yesterday and all day today analyzing the board of directors of all four of the biggest banks in America. And they each have their own quirks and their own kind of styles and themes. But Citibank's is by far the most sinister, the most revolving door from government to banking, the most people that worked at the CIA, that worked at the regulators. This Ireland lady was just one of the people on this list that seemed to have ties to the intelligence community. The one right below her is another good candidate, as is this one down here. But that's all we have time for today. Hope you had as much fun with that as I did. And just an afterthought here. If this video gets taken down from TikTok, as it probably will, what does that say about the world and about TikTok and about the companies that control TikTok, namely Oracle, and about what we are and aren't allowed to talk about? And isn't it weird that we're not allowed to talk about the agency that's tasked with defending us from terror around the world? Like, isn't it weird that the one government agency that is their one mandate is to protect American citizens is the one agency that we're not supposed to talk about? Like, even when it's all publicly available information about public companies that you can just find on Google? That's kind of weird to take off the internet. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yo, he dives deep into the research with all of these people. Look, man, the 3-letter alphabet boys, or girls, I should say, CIA, FBI, DEA, ATF, they got their hands in everything, right? They're the ones that control the show. They run it. They run the show. You probably got some neighbors that are probably tied into the CIA. Just saying.
Welcome campers and camp whores to the Daily Camper week of July 25th, 2010. We have a lot to talk about, so let's get started.
This anonymous web show is one of the most disturbing things that's ever existed on the internet. What I just showed you was a clip from an online program called The Daily Capper. The Daily Capper was a program put on by pedophiles all across the world. And this was the head of a community of people known as cappers. This online
cappers are crazy. I just read a book talking about some cappers, right? Except it wasn't no pedophilia stuff, right? I mean, it could have been, but in the book, the cappers were on some whole medical thing, stealing homeless people, taking them to the doctors, you know what I'm saying? Getting money for doing bogus procedures, things like that. That's what a capper was. This is a whole new definition of what a capper is right here.
Community of pedophiles known as cappers would go onto the profiles of underage girls and boys, flatter them with compliments, shower them with praise, then try to get them to flash them so that they could take a screen cap of their nude body. And after that, these pedophiles would then blackmail these children with these images. They would send these photos to friends, family members, schools. And there were all sorts of code words and online forums where these cappers, aka disgusting pedophiles, would meet and exchange information. The Daily Capper itself, this program, was a program put on by these pedophiles to talk about news and events that were happening within this pedophile community. It's really disturbing to me that they chose this because I used to watch the show Crashbox as a child, and I think that it's eerie and haunting that they're actually using imagery from a children's show for this pedophile network. Now, sadly, one of the victims of this capping community was a girl named Amanda Todd. Amanda's story is particularly well known because of the YouTube video she created before she took her own life. But at one point during Amanda's stages of cyberbullying, she was featured repeatedly on the Daily Capper, this program. And the intro always started like this: "Welcome cappers and cam whores." And then at the end, the newscaster up here would say, "Happy hunting," encouraging these pedophiles to go target more children. And they would do awards at the end of the year for the best, most prolific pedophiles in their community. These awards that they gave out included Blackmailer of the Year, Capper of the Year, Cam Whore of the Year, Cam Site of the Year, and Shocker of the Year, where they were basically giving awards to pedophiles and their victims. There's a lot of information online about this whole show and these pedophiles, but something really disturbing to me is the fact that most of the people involved in the Daily Capper were never brought to justice and they were never caught. That means that all of these pedophiles that were celebrating with each other and glorifying their disgusting acts are still out there, probably on the internet today. And to end this, I'm going to show you one more clip from the show, which I find is particularly disturbing.
Candy Beaches returned this week for the first time in a month. The reason they were gone so long is because they said someone called the police on them. Twice. I think I know what this is all about.
Be reported to the cyber police and the state police.
Looks like he wasn't joking around. Maybe it was their Good Morning America interview that prompted cyber police.
Look, the whole cyber community is full of pedophilia, man. I'm sorry to say it. I know we glorify TikTok videos here on this channel, but one thing that I don't agree with is letting your children have a TikTok profile at such an early age. You know, there's a lot of kids out here that just be on TikTok unfiltered, scrolling through anything, and you don't know who's messaging them or what they're seeing or what they're viewing. They could be watching some Daily Cappers, and how would you know? because they're in their back room scrolling through TikTok, a little 7-second TikTok constantly. So TikTok, Snapchat, all that stuff, man, you got to watch out because these predators is out here and they trying to hunt.
I wasn't even going to say nothing about this, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. I've been to a couple Diddy parties. I've been to Jamie Foxx. I've been with Snoop, T.I. I've been to lots of places. Don't play tug of war by yourself. I never went to these events by myself. I was always with people. One particular party. Lots of big names. There was an artist there who said, hey, Lecrae, around 1 a.m., make sure you're not here. And I was like, what? You just don't want to be here at 1 in the morning. And I was like, my pride kicked in like, yo, you don't know me. You know what I'm saying? I can handle myself. I'm not some little church boy who ain't never seen nothing.
Boss, G, everything he's saying, they like, okay, come on. Come with us. You're not a church boy. Come on. Yeah, we want you.
I'm good. You know what I mean? What you talking about? Well, it's probably 12:30. I'm downstairs. I come up out the studio and I'm headed back upstairs to the main area where everyone's kind of congregating and hanging out. And the music changed. It was really hard and heavy at first. And then, jam and dancing music. And it was a little softer. It was a little more sensual when I came out the studio and started going upstairs. And on my way upstairs, there's this couch. I won't say how the couch is designed because then that may give away whose party and whose house this was. There was a couch, and on the couch, I saw a couple of guys really going at it, hard and heavy. And I was like, oh. And I'm thinking, well, this celebrity party, people do what they do. I started moving upstairs. I passed them up, and I noticed that it wasn't just those two guys. It was more and more people just going at it. I was like, okay, it's time for me to roll. I'm going to grab my stuff, and I'm going to get up out of here. I did not know that's how this went down. Why they felt that comfortable, I don't know. Maybe the invite list,
because you said you wasn't a church boy. They told you get out of there by 1 o'clock, man, and you ain't listen. That's why.
Was yeah, all these people, I don't know. But I've been to another situation, another person's party, celebrity party. A celebrity tapped me on my shoulder, and it was like, yo, nephew, you might want to go into the other party because this cabana, we about to close it up. And they closed up the cabana, and there was about 3 or 4 big name artists in there. And a whole bunch of ladies start walking in that cabana, and a security guard stood in front of the door. Hey.
Okay. Uh-oh. They saying he is Elvis?
The prison band was there and they began to wail. The band was jumping and the joint began to swing. You should have heard this knocked out jailbird sing, let it rock.
The faces line up.
Everybody let it rock.
Chin a little different.
Everybody in the wholesale block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Spider Murphy played the tenor saxophone. Little Joe was blowing on the slide trombone. The drummer boy from Illinois would crash, boom, bang.
The draconian reptilian stronghold is America. And the major 2 energy points that they are using to manipulate everybody is Atlanta and Los Angeles. They are using frequency. Nigga, they are using literal frequency towers, nigga, to make you think this shit is here that ain't even here, nigga. What if I told you that it's 2 major energy power points in Atlanta and LA, that they big ass towers, and that if you was to cut them towers off, this entire reality would vanish from front of your face. You would see the real reality. That would fuck you up, wouldn't it? You couldn't believe no shit like that, but guess what? It's true. It's true. This is a holograph image you're all around you. And if we was to go to this point in Atlanta and to that point in LA, and it was to cut those towers off, my nigga, you would not see this holographic image. You wouldn't see those 5 holographic skies that's stopping you from seeing the real celestial beings and the real celestial body around you. You have no clue what you are living
in. Man, that's why they got bro locked up, man. He got
Y'all,
knowledge.
It finally happened. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I was recruited by the Illuminati. Yes, you heard me right. I was recruited by the Illuminati, also known as the illuminated ones. I was sitting at home the other night on TikTok, just scrolling, when suddenly I got a message. Now, I get a lot of messages on the app, so a lot of times I'll just ignore them and check them later. But this one said right at the top, Illuminati invitation. So, of course, I had to check it out. Now, I've gotten these in the past. They have been suspect, to say the least. Sometimes I'm not sure if it's somebody trolling or if possibly it's authentic, because I imagine this Illuminati organization or group have people all over the world recruiting at all times, especially now on social media. As we were talking, he actually explained how he had all kinds of applications going out. You wouldn't believe the number of people that were willing to join. Of course, this is for entertainment purposes only, may or may not be true. I'm not saying Illuminati is even a real organization or group of people. This is all hypothetically speaking and assuming that there could be some sort of group that helps catapult certain people or certain celebrities in their careers or even politicians. But of course, my friends, this is all alleged. So take the time, do your research, and formulate your own conclusions. And one more quick request, do me a solid. Over 50% of my viewers who watch my videos aren't subscribed or haven't followed. So if you guys could do that, it would really help my page grow and help me beat this algorithm. Thanks, love y'all. First message sent. Illuminati invitation. Many seek a reward before they have prepared to receive it. A gambler can suddenly obtain a fortune but lose it all because he did not have the knowledge of how to save it. An artist can become an overnight superstar but find herself trapped in scandals because she did not take the time to gain experience while she was still unknown. You are one who had stepped away from the millions who ignore our message. You have seen our message. You have seen our symbols and haven't answered our call. Follow the light directions that will lead you to greatness. Illuminati, no. All those who seek for fame, prestige, wealth, receive what they came for. Do you choose to become a member of the Illuminati? Regards, Illuminati invitation. Who gets kind of frustrated with me? Hello, this is an open, rare invitation to join the great Illuminati and become rich and famous. This kind of made me chuckle. I already knew that I was never going to join, even if, say, it was real, and I do believe it's possibly actually authentic. But I was never going to join. That being said, I decided to humor it just to see what information I could get from him about said club. I mean, come on, I couldn't help myself. So, how are you going to make me rich and famous? It all depends on you if you are ready. It all depends on you if you are ready. Sent it twice because I ignored it again. What if I'm already in the club, I said, and I know you're just bullshitting? We don't take imposters lightly, my good friend. So I said that to test his authenticity. Like I said, I get trolls playing these games at times. It gets irritating. So I just did that because I wanted to test his worth. I wanted to test whether or not he was authentic. He proceeds, that's your problem. If you're not interested, back off. We are not begging you to be successful. And I didn't want him to leave, so I said, all right, I was testing you to know if you were bogus. I get people hitting me up constantly. Sorry if I offended. He said, that's okay. So I proceeded. How does it work? I'm not sure yet, just curious, because mostly I don't hear generally good things. I don't like the idea of selling my soul to the devil, even for fame and riches of any kind. Not worth it to me. I imagine there are sects across the country, across the states, the world. Who would I work with and how would it go? I did the frat thing for a bit in college. I kind of get the secret society vibe and how it works. But naturally, I have questions. And this is true. I actually did rush a frat for a very short time before I bailed out. Wasn't my thing. It's sort of defensive. It's not a secret society. Well, I guess you could say that the majority of the world is semi-informed on what it is. People like me, much more so. He proceeded, a lot of people say lies about us that they aren't even sure of. They say how we worship the devil and hate Jesus Christ, and also how we perform sacrifices and diabolic acts. These are lies. We are not even religious, nor is Illuminati a religion. I am a member of Illuminati, but I believe in God. I'm a born Christian and a Roman Catholic. Do you really want to know what Illuminati stands for? Yeah, absolutely. Illuminated ones, light beings, just guessing. Sends me the following. And it's like it's an automated message that he just copy and pastes. It's basically a bot message. He says, the Illuminati is an organization of the international order established for mutual help and assistance. Its members possess special enlightenment or knowledge about certain things concerning life, and it is established also to promote peaceful unity and peaceful coexistence among the world's citizens. Our organization is filled with world leaders, business authorities, innovators, artists, celebrities, and other influential members of this planet. We offer you luck, riches, fame, if you are interested. Write to me about it now. Just like you, while many people are unaware of the power of the Illuminati, that does not diminish the powerful dedication that they have in creating a better world for everybody. While people today are focused on wealth and caring for their own families, the Illuminati focus on courage, skills, intelligence.
Why do you think our
Y'all think that was a real Illuminati invitation? Or what? You think they was just gassing, bro? You think it was fake? You think it was like AI, a bot? Let me know in the comments section. I haven't had any invitations from any people. If I did, I don't know, I didn't check it or something. It's probably just sitting there unread in my email or whatever website they use to message you or something. But yeah, I don't know about that one, man. I don't see nobody just hitting you up on the DMs like, hey, bro, want to join the Illuminati? I know you're going to call us out on TikTok to all of your followers and screenshot all of this, but I'm still going to send you the message.
Military flew over this city like this for 3.5 hours today and 2 hours the day before. How much is that for fuel? Maybe they never got a spirograph to play with as a kid. What do you think they're doing?
What's going on out here, guys? That's strange.
Something is just off lately.
Okay, guys. I don't know if I'm going crazy with that. Like, something is just really. Oh, are those birds?
Some ducks or something? What kind of birds are those?
Am I going crazy? Sorry, guys. Look at the sun. Why does sun look so? Oh. This says show context. Yes, all right. The moon is out. Sun. Where's billion birds? Billions of birds.
There's a lot of birds out there. Look at all them birds.
Bro, the deadliest creature on the planet is hiding in this lake, contaminated by nuclear waste. So listen, Lake Ladoga is one of the most dangerous places in the world. In 1960, a nuclear power plant was built near this lake. Operational for 29 years, it was deactivated in the late 90s. During its operation, waste was dumped into Lake Ladoga, causing extreme pollution of its waters. James Harden, an expert diver, decided one day to explore the mysterious depths of the lake. However, his expedition turned into a nightmare, deterring anyone from attempting the adventure. Equipped with an anti-radiation diving suit and a GoPro, he dived in. Underwater, he observed fish with abnormal shapes, some with an additional fin, others with 2 heads. After 20 minutes, he saw beneath him a terrifying sight, a huge mutant eel. The real size of the beast eluded him. Diving further, he tried to film it. That's when a horrific event occurred. The 15-meter giant eel leapt out of the darkness, attacking and devouring James. James's GoPro, found in the lake, miraculously preserved the footage. Of course, I can't share the video on TikTok, but if you attempted to see it, although I don't recommend it, follow us, click here, scroll to more, and select photos.
I'm gonna have to see that video.
People will tell you stuff. Look at the ice wall. It's just a random glacier in Antarctica coming down.
Right, it's just moving.
Told you that thing gonna be invisible. Visible. Cause the sun and the earth is teaming up. They ain't playing, bro. We going back to tropical, bro. Y'all thought it was a joke. Boo, 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 yeah.
Hey, I'm ready for some tropical weather.
Oh yeah, look at that. It's just leaving. You're now witnessing the loss of a wall. Bing. Damn, that's a big ass chunk. Boo, boo, boo. The sun is coming. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, that's normal though, right? That's normal, right? Ooh, wait till that ice melt and you see people that look like me in statues. You're like, oh my God, that was a civilization. Oh, is that tropical? Is that lush green land in the icy area? Hold on. What's that?
Yo, what's going on, man? We about to have a tropical Antarctica. I'm ready for it, man. If you look at all the old maps from like the 1500s, it looks like there was a tropical Antarctica, you know? So we might start seeing new animals, new creatures, new things. I'm ready for it, man. Hope y'all are too, because the world is changing. The sun's heating up, things are shifting for sure, for sure. But yeah, guys, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bell on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.